Hi, I'm Tommy, and I have a children's lit class at Holland University, and we have to write a journal every week. And I got really heated about a certain subject, and I think what I wrote came out pretty well. So I think it's worth sharing with you guys. I've been thinking about MOGI, marginalized orientations, gender identities, and intersex, which is a lot easier to say than LGBTQA, children's books, and my problems with them as a MOGI member myself. Excluding a few books, like a French book about a girl that falls in love with a fairy that I'm in love with, MOGI children's books always focus on the other. There is focus on a person a child could know that is MOGI, but no actual child protagonists that are MOGI. There are a few reasons that I have problems with this. First and foremost being that it gives these books a sense of false activism. That is to say, it allows parents to feel good for fighting bigotry while still assuming heteronormativity and cisnormativity in relationship to their own child. In other words, they can let their kids know that gay people exist, but they can't let their kids know that they could be gay themselves. This leads right into my second point, which is that people tend to put an age limit on sexuality unless it's heterosexuality. They do the same with gender identities unless it's cisgender. Children aren't deemed too young to read a story about a prince and a princess who run off together and probably kiss at the end of the book and end up happily ever after. But if you change that story to be about two princes or two princesses, it's suddenly inappropriate for children, even if the princes don't kiss, which of course princess pairs are allowed to do in their stories because heterosexuality is innocent and pure, which is obviously a problem. First off, it implies that MOGI identities are over-sexualized and deviant compared to heterosexual cisgender people, which is just really rude. Second, it imposes age limits on identities, which is incorrect because there are already children that are identifying in certain ways. There are already little girls sitting around thinking that they'd rather be saving princesses than sitting around and waiting for a prince. Or there are little boys sitting around hoping that a prince will come rescue them, not that they have to run off and save a princess. There are also, of course, transgender children that already exist. There are non-binary children that already exist. But because age limits have been put on these identities, these children aren't given access to the proper means to know that it's okay to identify this way. So the word that keeps coming up from people who already started identifying a certain way and didn't know that it was normal is broken. And so without media for these children to intake that shows that it's okay to be attracted to the same gender or more than one gender, they think they're broken. And children's books are for children. They're supposed to teach children about the world. So basically, by not writing about MOGI protagonists in children's books, we're allowing children to think that they're broken, that they're wrong, that they're the only ones that feel this way and that they have to suppress it and live in this world of heterosexuality and being cisgendered, which isn't true. So basically, my call is just to people who are saying that writing about gay protagonists or bisexual protagonists or transgender protagonists is inappropriate for children. Like, stop that, first off. Second off, it's a call to people who have the ability to write children's books, which children's books, as we learned in children's lit, are usually 32 pages and under 20,000 words, so not very difficult if you're a writer. If you're able to create children's books, please keep in mind that there are MOGII children out there that already have these feelings, and it would be good to tell them that they're not broken. It would be good if they're able to take in media that shows them as the protagonist. And it's that simple. And honestly, it doesn't exist right now, which is really sickening. But we can change that. And that's the important part. Is that these are the reasons it needs to change, and I think we should change it. And I'm interested to see what my white old man professor is going to say about this journal entry. So maybe I'll make a quick video telling you what comes of that afterwards. But yeah, that's all I had to say. I made this for my friend Wizard Twinks. They really, really wanted me to make this video. So, hi.